And attention all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the launch status check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC, go. TBC,
Go.
TTC,
Go.
LPS,
Go.
Houston flight,
Houston flight is go.
Mila. Mila, NTD, verify ready to resume count.
And Mila ready to resume count.
STM, STM is go, Jeff. Safety console, safety's go. SPE,
SP's go.
LRD, LRD go. SRO,
SRO is go. You have a range clear to launch.
copy, and CDR.
CDR is go.
Copy. And launch director, launch team is ready to proceed?
Launch director copies. Please stand by.
Copy that. Into the ISL. Go ISL. All recorders activated. Thank you very much.
HD OTC.
Yes, sir. Looking for step 1049. Launch director. And launch director 212. Yeah, launch director, the launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
Copy. I'll perform my poll at this time. Chief Engineer, Launch Director, verify no constraints to launch.
Engineering team is go, Mike.
Thank you, Charlie. KSC Safety, Mission Assurance.
KSC SNMA is go, Mike.
Copy. Payload Launch Manager.
Go.
Thank you, Bill. Range Weather.
Weather is no constraints for launch.
Copy. And Ops Manager.
MMT is go for launch.
Copy that. Thank you. Columbia Launch Director.
Go ahead.
Okay, Rick, if there was ever a time to use the phrase, all good things come to people who wait, this is one time. And so to you and your crew, best of luck on this mission, and from the many, many people who put this mission together, good luck and Godspeed.
Oh, we appreciate it, Mike. The Lord has blessed us with a beautiful day here, and we're going to have a great mission. We appreciate all the great hard work everybody's put into this, and we're ready to go.
Copy that. NTD, with that, you're clear to launch.
I copy that. Thank you, sir. And attention all personnel, the countdown clock will resume in 30 seconds.
HDD, OTC, verify step 1049. Yes, sir, I can verify that.
The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark.
T-minus 9 minutes and counting.
CLS auto sequence has been initiated.
MTD, CDC 212. Stand by one.
PLT, OTC, connect essential buses to the fuel cells per your checklist. OTC, PLT, that didn't work.
And CBSC, looking at our winds, looks like we'd like to change our triage site to number 2. Do you concur?
Roger, we concur, yes.
Copy that. And CDR, NTD?
NTD, CDR, go.
Okay, update based on our winds, we'd like to change our triage site to number 2. And CDR, you copy?
And CDR, we copy. You're changing it from Site 8 to Site 2. Thanks.
Affirm.
OTC, PLT, essential buses are connected to the fuel cells.
Copy that.
CLS is go for orbiter access arm recheck.
CDR, OTC. OTC, CDR, go.
Rick, from our crew to yours, best wishes on your international mission to explore the science, peace, and potential that only space travel can offer.
Well, thank you very much, Ray, and thanks for all the great work from your team and all the other folks here.
That's O2C. Start APU strip shot recorders.
Strip shots are up.
OTC, perform APU pre-start.
OTC, PLT, that's in work. OTC, PLT, APU pre-start is complete with 3 great talkbacks.
Copy that.
This is Shuttle Launch Control, and we are coming up on T-minus 5 minutes and counting. T-minus 5 minutes and counting.
Go for orbiter.
And we have a go for APU start. The auxiliary power unit activation has been reported.
APU start in work.
CDR, OTC, reconfigure heaters.
That's in work. OTC, CDR, reconfig complete.
T-minus 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and counting. The primary objective of this shuttle mission is to conduct extensive scientific research and experimentation in space from the Space Hab double module.
PLT, APU start is complete with 3 good APUs.
Copy.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
Go for approach sequence 4.
A final test of the flight control surfaces is now being conducted. This is a programmed pattern of movements designed to verify the readiness of the launch vehicles, of the launch engines, and other flight control systems. T-minus 3 minutes, 25 seconds, and counting. And final aero surface checks of the orbiter's wing elevons and rudder are being completed at this time. This verifies the orbiter's hydraulic systems. And next we'll see the 3 main engines be gimbaled as a final test prior to launch. T-minus 3 minutes and counting, and everything is looking good for launch this morning. All systems on board Columbia are operating with no problems reported.
LO2, pressurization.
And the gaseous oxygen vent hood will be slowly retracted away from the top of the external tank.
TLT, OTC, clear caution warning memory, verify no unexpected errors.
OTC, PLT, that's in work. We see no unexpected errors.
Columbia, for the flight crew, close and lock your visors and initiate O2 flow.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
O2 flowing, thanks a million.
Go for ET, LH2, pressurization.
DDLPS, no hold, no LCC, RF glitch. We're inhibiting the redundant switch and the active steps. Okay, we copy. SPE, you copy?
SPE copy.
And you're still go.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds, and counting.
We're performing our nominal pre-plan, and we are still go to continue count.
Roger, copy that.
The liquid hydrogen tank inside the external tank is reported to be at the proper flight pressures. T-minus 1 minute and counting.
1 minute.
The booster joint heaters are being deactivated at this time, and all continues to look good for launch of Shuttle Columbia from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And we're coming up on a go for our auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Columbia's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia with a multitude of national and international space research experiments.
Houston now controlling the flight of Columbia, the international research mission finally underway.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
Columbia now rolling on to the proper azimuth for a 39-degree inclination to orbit. Shuttle in a heads-down, wings level position for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 30 seconds into the flight, the 3 liquid fuel main engines beginning to throttle back in a 3-step fashion to 72% of rated performance, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier. Columbia already 2.5 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 4.5 miles in altitude. The main engines beginning to rev up to full throttle, 104% of rated performance.
Your go at throttle up.
We copy go and throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Rick Husband, joined on the flight deck by pilot Willie McCool, flight engineer Colton Achavla, and mission specialist Dave Brown, mission specialist Laurel Clark, payload commander Mike Anderson, and payload specialist Ilan Ramon seated down on the middeck. 1 minute, 26 seconds into the flight. Columbia 10 miles downrange, 13 miles in altitude, traveling at 1,800 miles an hour. Away from solid rocket booster separation, everything looking good on board Columbia. Solid rocket booster separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Columbia's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to gently swivel, aiming the shuttle for a precise target in space for main engine cutoff. Columbia now 43 miles downrange, 35 miles in altitude, traveling 3,200 miles an hour. The propulsion officer and mission control reporting that the orbital maneuvering system engines have ignited, providing Columbia with a boost uphill for the next 90 seconds. .57 miles downrange. Everything aboard Columbia in great shape. 3 good main engines, 3 good auxiliary power units, 3 good fuel cells.
2-engine Maroon.
We copy 2-engine Maroon.
That call from Capcom Charlie Hobaugh indicating that should we encounter a main engine failure, Columbia could reach a transoceanic abort site in Morón, Spain. However, all 3 main engines functioning by the book. Columbia 85 miles downrange, 50 miles in altitude, traveling almost 4,000 miles an hour. Columbia's 3 main engines draining a half a ton of fuel per second from the shuttle's large external fuel tank. Those 3 main engines operating normally. Columbia heading towards space on the first shuttle mission of the year. We're coming up on the point of negative return, where the shuttle will be too far downrange and too high in altitude to return to the launch site in the event of an engine failure.
Columbia, Houston, negative return.
So we copy negative return.
4 minutes into the flight, Columbia already 147 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, 62 miles in altitude, traveling more than 5,000 miles an hour, on course and on time for its orbit, 150 nautical miles above the Earth. All quiet here in the flight control room. 4.5 minutes into the flight, Columbia 200 miles downrange, traveling almost 6,000 miles an hour, 67 miles in altitude, everything looking very good on board.
Columbia, Houston, press to ATO.
So we copy, press to ATO.
And Columbia, Houston, single engine, Ops 3.
Copy, single engine, Ops 3.
Those calls from Capcom Charlie Hobaugh indicating that should we lose 2 main engines, we can still make minimal orbital cutoff targets. However, all 3 main engines continue to function normally and in great shape. 3 good fuel cells, 3 good hydraulic power units. Columbia now 330 miles downrange, 70 miles in altitude, traveling almost 9,000 miles an hour as we approach the 6-minute mark into the flight.
Columbia, Houston, press to MECO and single engine Marone 104.
Copy, press to MECO and single engine Marone 104.
Columbia's computers now commanding the main engines to swivel again, enabling the shuttle to roll to a heads-up position above its large fuel tank, gaining more favorable communications through the tracking and data relay satellite system as it heads uphill. 6.5 minutes into the flight, Columbia 440 miles downrange, traveling more than 10,000 miles an hour. Gravity forces beginning to pick up for the crew on board. Those gravity forces will be limited to 3 Gs as we approach the point about 1 minute before main engine cutoff. Columbia in great shape, 500 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center at the 7-minute mark into the flight.
Columbia, Houston, single engine press 104, and we're expecting a nominal shutdown on all 3 engines.
Okay, we copy, single engine press 104, nominal shutdown.
Columbia's main engines are starting to throttle down to limit the stress on the shuttle and its 7 crew members to that of 3 times the effect of gravity. Columbia 620 miles downrange, less than a minute away from main engine cutoff. Eight minutes into the flight of Columbia, the orbiter 736 miles downrange, traveling almost 16,000 miles an hour, 70 miles in altitude, about 20 minutes before main engine cutoff, 20 seconds before main engine cutoff. The booster officer reports a nominal main engine cutoff, a perfect ascent to orbit for Columbia, standing by for external tank separation. And the external tank has been jettisoned. A perfect launch for Columbia, a perfect climb to orbit. 7 astronauts now setting off on a 16-day marathon scientific mission.
And we copy, Houston. Nominal MECO, ohms 1 not required. Thanks.